The next one I want to do is off of a single leg scenario. And I can always have the option of getting a single leg, having my partner sprawl on it, and going into the exact same technique we just did, right? I turn that into a knee slide. But I also want to have the option, if I am able to get the connection on their body, because again, remember, your arms may be extended because your partner's sprawling, but the idea is always to advance your body to your partner, not to reach with your arms, right? I make a connection so I can bring my body in and then lock it in where I'm tight. So if I get a single leg and I'm able to build a base quick enough, there's a simple switch you can do a lot that will allow you to take your partner over without having to move too much. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So, again, we're in here, this type of situation. Now usually, if I pulled this arm in, I'm just going to show it from this scenario. I could already be in turtle, right, but show it from an escape scenario. If I pull my arm in and go to my knees, the first thing I usually look for isn't this, okay, because of the whizzers and the darces and everything. The thing I usually look for is to be able to go from high with my underhook to immediately down here, right? Because now, if he tries to sprawl or anything, like, I can come up and basically get that angle on him where he can't really attack me. The only thing he can really do is let me reverse him, or he's going to kind of concede guard, right? Sometimes they'll try and roll, but it's very good mechanical. So usually I go from, if I'm here, like I've got an underhook, so your arm's on the near side, right? So if I have this, okay, I typically pull that arm in, and I go from high to low as I go to my knees, right, and work that. But what I want to show you here is, from that catch, I'm going to come up, and as he starts to sprawl his legs straight back, okay, maybe I didn't quite get the opportunity to kind of rotate that ankle towards me and buckle him. I'm just going to encircle, so the arm that's wrapping around his thigh, I make that transition from going for the ankle grip, starts to sprawl it, to wrap around the thigh, palm down. My other one is going to come in as I shoot in and go gable grip, right, palm to palm like this, thumbless. So, from here, okay, I start to come in, he starts to sprawl, right? So I drive in here. I have my gable grip right now. I was able to bring my body in enough to lock this in, okay? Now, as he's starting to sprawl, okay, notice he's got his whizzer position too, right? So I can't just easily duck my head out yet, but I don't necessarily need to. My head's on the inside. So all I'm going to do from here is this. I'm going to come up. And now from here, I'm basically giving him a shoulder of justice crossface with my right shoulder. So I dip that in. Okay? Now as you continue to sprawl, I come through. It's very subtle, but you felt that, right?
Yeah.
So when I say shoulder of justice crossface, what I mean is not with my arms, okay, but from here I'm going like this. Okay, I collapse my shoulder like I'm trying to touch it onto the top of my knuckles. Right? And what happens is a tremendous amount of pressure, just with that little shift of weight. It's almost imperceptible to look at, but you can feel it. Tremendous amount of pressure just goes and just collapses that leg, and you change the whole trajectory. So, one more time. So from here, as I get up, I go for this. Good. I shoot in enough to lock my arms. That's the key. And I want to make sure I'm not like all the way up here, but I'm around his thigh. Okay? And now as soon as I feel him start to get away from me, I go up onto the balls of my feet. Okay, so both elbows down. And now from here, dip that in. See the collapse? And now I come around. And now from here, it's just basically choose my pathway. I have my hand in the middle, so that's going to keep him from pulling guard. So a lot of times from here, I just pick that up and I come right. Okay. Depending on if he kind of pitched straight forward, you could circle to his back. Since he kind of landed on his side, I just come around that way. Okay? Awesome. Let's try it.